Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality, and today I have 12 new junk journals to show you. These are my little candy box journals. I've been making them for a couple years now. I started out making Halloween and Christmas, and then I made Valentine's, and then of course this year I made more Halloween, and now I'm on to Christmas again. So these are the ones I did. 6 different styles, 2 of each. There's a Starburst. This is actually drink mix packets. They don't make the pink Starburst in or they don't put Starburst in a box. So, yeah, I thought those were really cute. I found those last year. I did the Mike and Ike's, the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer gummies. I did the dots. And then I did Frosty the Snowman gummies, and then I did the Snoopy candy box, which are really cute. So in this video, I'm not going to show you all 12, but I will show you one of each style. And then these will be listed in my Etsy shop. All the details will be there. Most of them are one signature. The bigger ones, a couple of them have 2 signatures. I think it's just the Frosty the Snowman and the Snoopy candy box are 2 signatures, but they're probably about the same amount of pages in both, 1 and 2, whatever. So anyway, you'll see those here. So let's just get started. I'll just pull them off the stack so I don't have to move them all over. So here, this one is super cute. Something I did this year was add my little candy charms. And I think they turned out really cute. Last year I didn't have anything on the side. So this one has a really cute candy charm with a pink heart and little glitter beads and sequins in there with some fun pink washi on it. There's a little pink tassel and then a candy cane. And then on the front, I used my Cricut to cut out a Santa face, and then I added this braided trim. Sorry, okay, let's keep going here. Okay, and then there's a little candy cane there. All of them have sewn in ties. This has a cute little vintage Santa card. I made these just recently. I did it was my last video tutorial that I did with the washi tape tags. Well, my fingers aren't working and my voice isn't working this morning. This is some vintage wrapping paper. There's just a little pocket page. I had some little pink vintage stickers that I used throughout these. They're vintage images, not actual vintage stickers. Vintage milk coupon. So these are like a pastel, obviously, pink and green colorway. I incorporated dyed papers, vintage book pages. This is a little glassine bag, tiny little tag. Oops. There are little pockets in there. I filled them with some tags and ephemera. They all have vintage little Christmas tags in them. They each have 2 altered paper clips. It's just an envelope. another little card. Oh, that's in this page. And then in the back here is another journaling card. And then in here is this cute little tag. So that is the Starburst one. This one is very, very similar. Same page, like scrapbook papers, goodies and things on the inside. Just slightly different. Some of the book pages are different, but very, very similar. And these will be, they will both be on the same listing. I will have, now that Etsy lets us add 24 pictures, well, I'm not sure. I haven't decided if I'm going to do them together on one listing or separate them out. You'll see when you go look. Okay, on to the next one, the Mike X. These have a cute little puffy snowman. It did have stuffing in there, but I took that out because it would just make it too fat, but it does still puff up. Here is the charm dangle on the side. They have little snowman cabochons in there. And then here's the ribbon on this one. It has a cute little snowman. On the inside, there's a snowman tag. In this pocket, or little belly band, is a snowman playing card and a journaling card. I did use the packaging, like the box pieces, as belly bands in these if they had them. This is some vintage wrapping paper, and there's a little Monopoly money in there. I stamped in some of them. Vintage doily, dyed paper. Here's a vintage napkin, and I folded it in and just made a little belly or little side tuck on the page. There's this vintage Christmas trivia card. Here is a vintage book page, a Christmas book. And then I had these long snowman envelopes, so I just folded it in, and then this opens up and there's a card in there. This is a really cute little snowman tag. And then on the other side is a vintage Christmas tag. This is some vintage metallic snowman wrapping paper. I added washi throughout. Here's the washi tag that I made for these. I stamped the snowman on them. And then here are, it's an altered, or not altered, but coin wrapper and tickets. Here's another, the other side of the envelope, so that opens up. Flashcard. I really love making these because they're just so quick and easy, at least for myself, to make them. If you are interested in learning how to make these, I did do a tutorial on them, and I'll try and link that down below. So then that is the last of that one. On this one, this is actually a little pocket if you wanted to stick it in there. This was all like the candy information and a UPC code, so I just covered that up and left that cute little snowman on there. All right, let's move on to Rudolph. So here's the charm for Rudolph. It has a cute little snowman, or not, a cute little Rudolph cabochon and little shaker bits in there. And then it has the tassel and candy cane charm on there. And then on the front is a wood Rudolph. And then it has a cute little Rudolph ribbon as the tie. Okay, open it up here. I used digital Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer paper and then some scrapbook paper that I had in my stash to go in this one. So reindeer tag, and then here is the washi tape that I did for this one. I didn't have a reindeer stamp, so I just did Santa for these. Here's the part of the packaging that I used for a belly band. And then this one has a Rudolph book page. I had a really cute little reindeer tag, so I stuck that in there. And then a vintage coloring book page. This was from a Rudolph book as well. There is some Rudolph wrapping paper, and this is actually Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Monopoly money. Another coloring book page, and another wrapping paper, Rudolph wrapping paper. This is from a Rudolph book. Really cute book. This is another pocket up there, but I don't have anything in there right now. In this side of the wrapping paper, I had some Rudolph note paper, so I just folded that in half and stuck that in that pocket. There is a music or a Christmas trivia card. It's a vintage Christmas tag with Santa. And then a flash card, or it's like a game card, and a coin wrapper. Some tickets. Another trivia card game, and then this is a vintage Santa card, Christmas playing card. So that is that one. Really cute. On this one I did put fabric on the back, and it looks like I didn't get this cut. Let me trim that off, because I know I'll forget. It's just the thread from when I sewed the cover. There we go. All right, got that. This is the only one I use fabric on. When I made the first one for the tutorial, I used the fabric, and then the other ones are just paper. So yeah, there's that one. And then here is the dots. This one's really cute. Since it had the gingerbread house on the back, I did this as a gingerbread theme. And I found these cute little gingerbread men at the Dollar Tree. So I used those on the front cover. The little candy charm here has a gingerbread man cabochon in there. and then the little sprinkles, and then I had some gingerbread men washi tape that I used, as well as the green tassel and the candy cane. And then with this one, I used this plaid ribbon. It's a vintage ribbon. On the inside, I found this paper. It's double-sided at the bins, and I don't know what brand it is, but it is so cute. There were 2 sheets of it. There was this that had this pattern on one side, and then it had either that one or that one on the other. But I thought it was perfect because it has little dots. And then this one, then the other sheet had the gingerbread houses on one side and then the stripes on the other. I think that's what it was. And then here's the little washi tag that I used. I did have a gingerbread man stamp. And then here is a coin wrapper and a journaling card. This is a Christmas cookie book page, vintage. And then over here I use the packaging as a belly band, added tickets and a Monopoly money. It's a vintage tag. And then on the back is a Rudolph playing card money. Not playing card. Rudolph board game money. Monopoly money. Okay, we get it right now. Okay, I had these napkins, really cute, so I sewed them over again and made a little tuck. Here's some vintage wrapping paper, candy canes. Just added some washi there. And then here is a vintage music sheet, music book page. Or you know what, that could have been, I think this is from one of my Christmas vintage magazines, and I can't remember the name of it. Stamped the gingerbread man down there at the bottom, gingerbread man. And then here's a vintage coloring book page. I had these, and you'll see it back here. These are like candy bag toppers. I don't know where. I think I did find these at the bins. They're unused, but it was longer, and I cut. It had the gingerbread man down here, so I cut that off so it would fit in my pocket and like height wise. But then I was able to use it as a little tag on the side, so I thought that was really cute. Or a little tab. I also have a gingerbread house stamp, so I stamped that in there. There's a Santa playing card and the other side of that napkin. Flashcard, some tickets, and I seem to be putting these in upside down because these tickets have like a little ticket man on them. There's the other side of the cookbook. Christmas trivia, and then on this side again was that gingerbread man candy bag topper. And then a cute little gingerbread house Christmas tag in there. That's that one. Really cute. Okay, got 2 more. Leave down in the comments which one is your favorite. This one is the Frosty the Snowman gummy box, and here are the charms. They're actually slightly different. Each of the cabochons I have are different because the package that I got them on Amazon, none of them were the same. So like these are 2 snowmen, but they're slightly different. I'll show you. They're like that. This one has a red hat, and then this one has a different kind of hat. But they're all super cute, all of them. And then, oh, these have the white tassel and the candy cane. And these also have the puffy Santa or snowman on them. And they have the red snowman ribbon, same as the other, the Mike and Ike's. I did find at the bins a new pack of Frosty the Snowman playing cards, which is awesome. They're really cute. So there's that one. I think I put 2 in each of these books. And then here's a cute little snowman tag. I had some paper. I made some other thing. I did tutorials for tags in another video of this paper. It's a double-sided cardstock paper that my daughter had found me at the bins, of course. Here is a journaling card. Snowflake on it. And then I do have some Frosty the Snowman book pages in here. And then each of them have a snowman card in them. This had some writing on it, so I took some of the wrapping paper and just made a belly band there. Here's the packaging. That is my clock in my office. And then I had these really cute snowman lunch sacks, so I included those in there. This could be like a little tuck. And they each have these cute little vintage snowman Christmas tags. And then there is a playing card there. And I stamped a snowman down there. It's the other side of that Rudolph book, or Frosty the book. Christmas trivia card. And then here is the other Frosty the Snowman playing card. They are so adorable. Oh, and then this is one that has 2 signatures. So this is some wrapping paper. This is vintage. I don't think that is vintage, but that side is vintage. And then some snowman, vintage snowman wrapping paper there. Some Rudolph Monopoly money. I also put those snowman envelopes in here too. I had some snowflake stickers that I used in these books as well. Here's the other packaging, this belly band. Monopoly money in there. And then here is the tag, washi tag that I made. That is that one. There's the back, just a simple paper. And our last style is the Snoopy ones. I think these are really cute. I didn't have any Snoopy little cabochons, so I just picked some that I thought would go with it. This has a little oh gosh. A stocking in there. And then I used a little Santa hat felt piece from the Dollar Tree. Or no, these were from Hobby Lobby, I think. And then I put some rickrack along the bottom. That was the only one I did that with, besides the Starburst with the trim down there. And then I used this, the fun books have this additional flap, so I left the flap in there so it has all this fun stuff. And then I used this Santa hat ribbon I found at Michael's for the tie. And then I had a digital paper that I bought last year when I made these books, and then I used some scrapbook paper that I had in my stash, so I combined them. I actually found, I don't know where I found these, but there were 2 of them I had in my stash. I think they were off of, I think it was off of a candy. This is for a no-bake candy bar. So it was some kind of packaging for something. But there are 2 of these, so I cut them out. And then there's the trivia card. And then I did have some Peanuts baseball cards. They're not Christmas, but they were, I found these at the bins as well, and I only found 3. They were like from Ziploc a long time ago. It says 1952. Wow. Huh. Anyway, they're going in there. And then I do have some Christmas Charlie Brown book pages in here. These books came with a set of stickers, so I used the stickers throughout the book. Also, I do have one Christmas Snoopy on top of his house rubber stamp that I had found thrifting, I don't know where, but I did stamp that in here, and I'll show you that. It's coming up here. Right there. Really cute. And I had some Santa hat little tags that are super cute. And there's the vintage Christmas tag for that one. Trivia card. Oh, were these? Oh, you did. Did I show you that? I must have skipped over that, but I do have vintage Charlie Brown napkins, so I did make the little pocket. I guess I did show you that, but I wasn't paying attention. Okay. And then the other side of the book page. That's the first signature. And then here's the second signature. Here's a journaling card. And some wrapping paper. There's this style on one side and then that style on the other. I have some Monopoly money in there. It's a coin wrapper and a playing card. And some tickets. And then here's another book page from the Charlie Brown book page. The other side of the wrapping paper. And then there's a belly band here, and then here is the tag for this book, the washi tag. And I just did Santa on this one. The Snoopy stamp wouldn't, I don't think would have fit on there, so yeah. And then here's the back. I didn't do anything because I just liked most of the stuff on here, so I just went ahead and left it that way. Okay, so that is it. Those are all the books that I made. Hopefully, I mean, it's still enough time for you to get them if you order them now. They will be in my Etsy shop as of seeing this video. So yeah, go ahead and check them out there. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Leave me a comment and subscribe. Let me know which one is your favorite or favorites. And I'll see you again next time. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality. Bye. God bless.